For 4 days in July, the ACC Unity Tour took place in Washington, D.C.
Very, very beautiful city.
Each school sent 6 student athletes and 4 staff members to this unique experience. Representing NC State were Lucas Hatzios, Mary O'Neill, Sean Hill, William Sistrunk, Emeka Kawagishi, Jeremiah Luoma, Paige Marsh, Tanya Washington, Raymond Harrison, and Emily Klinkhammer.
This has been a great experience. It's been great to be here with you guys and all the ACC schools. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm learning a lot.
The dynamic in itself, where you bring 15 schools together who typically, when they're getting together, they're not working together, they're competing. And so that dynamic in itself, to just see that dissolve and understand that, hey, we're on a common mission. Like, we're not going to experience it all the same, but we're here for a common reason, just to learn and to grow.
Our tour guide just told us that really where the march started at was over there.
Offensive lineman Sean Hill documented the moments on camera.
Obviously, a camera can't ever do that justice. I mean, I feel like everyone needs to go see it for themselves, but trying to do my best to capture everything and capture almost every single moment.
They visited historic landmarks like the White House.
We're about to go pay a visit to Joe Biden, knock on his door, so.
And we're not doing that, but.
Now, they didn't quite have that kind of access, but places they had just seen in photos were coming to life.
I remember walking up on it and I was like, wow, like, and I was talking to people beside me who was like, wow, we've only seen this on TV before. Like, I've never seen this in person, and been like, you know, we weren't right up close to it just because, you know, it's offensive and everything, but like being able to see it, it was just like amazing.
Breathtaking beauty and historic stories unfolded inside the U.S. Capitol.
Going inside of it, you're like, oh my God, like so much architecture and like so much history went into this, and it's just incredible to see like how it's evolved and like how it's going to continue evolving. And
it was cool because of the art. So like a lot of the paintings, the statues, the information we learned.
One of the more impactful parts of the tour was retracing the steps of the March on Washington, covering ground from the Washington Monument to the Lincoln Memorial, a recreation of the civil rights event that happened 60 years ago, where we heard the impactful "I Have a Dream" speech by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
We're standing right where it happened. The Lincoln Memorial, when we were on the top stairs where MLK was doing his speech, just looking over all of Washington, it was surreal.
being able to stand there and be like, these people like so long ago stood here like and had so much emotion. You actually had to feel and like have like the emotions that go along with like all of these events, and so I think that actually makes like core memories inside of you instead of just like reading the literature and just moving on.
The ACC Unity Tour also provided opportunities to learn more about gender equity and social justice, leading to small group discussions in a space with no limits.
How do y'all feel about things that are going on in the world today? And we had a serious conversation. So it's a lot of people who are like-minded, a lot of people who feel the same way about different social issues that go on in the world today. And everyone feels like they have the power to make a change.
Sometimes we close ourselves off to what we believe and just leave it at that, tunnel vision. But you really got to open yourself up. I learned so much from it, and I think going into any situation moving forward, it's important to have an open mind.
I want to understand it's part of like the American experience, and like it's part of the people who I live in this country with. So it was nice to be like validated and like be able to like ask questions that I just didn't think I was allowed to.
And I think just exposing them to things that they may not have thought about, challenging the way they think, not telling them how to think, but giving them opportunities to experience and to think about things just a little bit differently. I think that was the ultimate goal.
4 days, 150 student athletes and staff, learning and sharing, with a pledge to bring back their experiences to help others.
To get that perspective was very powerful and kind of eye-opening. So now I can like know a little bit what to look for and what I can do to kind of help.
And it was really impactful to me in a way that I didn't even think like could be, which was very powerful. And I feel like even though like I didn't understand that I needed that, I did.
If you look at us as a group, everyone was different. Everyone's heights, weights, colors, genders, everything. Everyone was included in one big group. The tour was called the Unity Tour, and it felt just like that.